Alright, so today I'm going to be painting PPS-43 C, and you want to use a high heat paint. And what you can do, depending on how you want the pattern to be, you can do the color of the stripes first and then go over it with black so that it pop. But what I did on this side, I don't know if I messed up or not, but I did I put paint on the black and then did the red around it. But this side, I think I'm gonna do the red first and then do black around it. So it's kind of like a transition sunburst deal. We'll see how it goes. So let me finish taping up here. And all you need to do is just get some painter's tape, rip it up. Like literally just rip pieces and stick it on there. I mean, this is the grill paint, but there's also engine paint. It's got ceramic in there. It also help protect the metal from rust and corrosion and stuff like that. You still want to clean your firearms, regularly, so you don't get any barrel fouling or you want to compromise the integrity, the strength of the firearm, because I mean, you think about how bullets work, and it's a controlled explosion to propel a projectile. So yeah, we're just gonna, and if it messes up, just whatever, just rip it and tearing, and literally just make your own little designs. And it don't have to look pretty. The less, uniform, actually, the more messed up, the better, especially when you're doing tiger stripes and stuff like that. Now, if you're doing, anything else besides tiger stripes, or like a camo stuff that's messed up is better. But you're doing I've seen some people do like the fake Nerf or Lego looking builds where it's sectioned out with different colors. There's neon colors. You're gonna want to have precision with that. But like tiger stripes, just rip that shit off and stick it on there. Super simple. See, like this one's got a straight line. I'm gonna want to rough that up. Yeah, like that. Where it's all jagged and stuff, that'll make more of the tiger stripe look. And I would also have them running in a unison pattern. Usually I wouldn't have it straight up and down. I'd have it slanted either way. Have it run diagonal. I mean, I guess you could have it up and down, but I don't know. It just has a better, my opinion is it's got a better look to it when it's running the diagonal and stuff. You don't want to confuse tiger stripes with zebra, zebra print. Or unless you're going for zebra print, then I mean, I guess you're where you want to be. Yep. And for this, I took the bolt out, so I don't want to add any thickness to the bolt, so it can run smoothly in its operational manner. And what you're gonna want to do, I suspect, is after you do this, you're gonna want to clean it and run the action back and forth. Make sure you get it where it needs to be worn in. So when you need it to be reliable and functioning, you don't have any issues when it's crunch time. I've seen some people, like before they paint, they'll put Dawn soap and use the Dawn soap method. I don't like that because it just looks like you don't get the tiger stripe. It just looks like, I don't know, a shitty paint job. Like you painted on a very humid day and it's all running. But I mean, hey, to each its own. Art and beauty, I guess, is in the eye of the beholder. But some people be holding some shit. Now, this is actually, believe it or not, my second, well, it's my first tiger stripe pattern to do. But it's my first tiger stripe second gun to ever paint. And yeah, it's actually really easy. Don't let it intimidate you. Because like I said, when it comes to like tiger stripe or any other pattern that's, you want to break up the pattern, it's the messed up, the more out of sorts it is, the better the results will be. And all you gotta do is just, and you know what, if it messes up, just paint over it. I guess you could sand it and paint it, but I mean, who's gonna have to spend extra time with sanding? Just hit it real quick, paint over where the messed up spots are, try again, you know. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Again, you know, guns are, if you're afraid to scratch your gun or let it get a boo-boo dropping it, then you're getting the wrong firearm there, bub. Guns are tools, just like a hammer. You're not gonna baby a hammer. You're gonna use that shit and pound nails, aren't you? Same thing with guns. You're driving, it's a powder operated hole puncher for distance. It's a distant hole puncher. And I would definitely view it as such. It's expensive. Yeah, they can be very expensive. Don't get me wrong. Like, you want to take care of them, but at the same time, you don't want to baby it because it's not meant to. You don't need a safe queen. You're all right. You need a warrior king. That'd be a good one right there. Yeah. You know, I might take this one off. And oh yeah, that'll be better. I mean, I guess if you get some thick ones on there, it'll be all right. I mean, really, it's your gun. Do what you want. I guarantee people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you got red accents on your gun, huh? What are you, a noob?" No, actually, I probably know more about guns than most people. But that's neither here nor there. This is a tutorial for people wanting to paint and are worried about, you know, painting their gun. Oh, and also I would try and get the best tape you can, best painter's tape, because you want it adhering good to it. You don't want it running and being a blotched mess. Because that will not look good. definitely. And when you think you got enough tape on there, covering up, you got enough stripage, then that's a big one. That'd be all right. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time taping. I think I'm gonna do one last bit right here. All right, now done with the tape. I use the High Heat Ultra semi-gloss black. Some people don't like the semi-gloss. It's alright. I mean, it does what it's told. And you don't have to spray it on heavy either, because like you get a little bit of sunburst effect. You usually want to wait and let it dry before you start peeling off the tape, so you don't get those runs. But like I said, some people use the Dawn soap method. I'm not a fan of that. There's other methods out there. There's dip, where you hydro dipping paint. There's wraps, stickers. I don't know how well they do with heat, because you know your guns are controlled explosive devices. But usually the heat is contained from the chamber to the muzzle, so you don't really have a lot of heat going back in these parts. And also, I like this paint because it dries pretty quick. Yeah, it's already dry. That's awesome. So we can start peeling and seeing how it looks. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pulling up some of the underpaint, and that's all right. Like I said, when it comes to this kind of stuff, the more out of sorts it is, the better. Let's see. Oh, come on. And if you need to use your fingernail, or something to get a hold of that tape, it'll just add more character to it. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, that's really popping. Especially like doing the light misting, where it's got like a sunburst effect. That's pretty cool. I'm liking this for sure. I almost wonder why I haven't done this sooner. It's okay if you mess up peeling it off. You get some of the underpaint taken off, or if there's some bleed through or what have you. It just adds character. More color contrast, more... Oh man, I'm sweating. It's hot here. I'm in the garage painting. Is that? Yeah, that's tape. Get off. I hope this is showing up on camera as well as it is in person, because that looks pretty cool. Like I said, this is my second ever time to paint a gun. My first one was the my boy's 22 mag bolt action. I made it their ultimate survival rifle. I swapped the buttstock out for a hatchet because I saw an actual company produced a hatchet buttstock for an AR. I thought that was super cool, but you know, I'm gonna hit that with some black down here. Oh yeah, that's cool. And you know what? There's probably gonna be some people that see this video and be like, "That's not cool. That's super lame." Well, okay. Why don't you paint your gun, make a video, and show me how it's done? Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing, because this is only my second time ever. Man, I don't get why people drive fast through neighborhoods. It's super dumb. There's kids, especially summer. Like, bro, there's kids playing. Like, you're probably in your 20s without kids and don't really understand how important kids are yet, but you will. Yeah, that's a pretty cool pattern right there. I'll tell you what. I got tape in my hair. Oh, that's pretty cool. I know I've said it a couple times, but I'm proud of myself. Look what I did here. I showed my my kids and my wife the other side I did earlier, and they were like, yeah, Ben. Yep, more gun stuff. Good job. So I don't have really a lot of people to talk to about guns. So the people I do talk to about guns, I'm sure I'm annoying. Super obnoxious about guns. But you know what? I grew up shooting guns. I was in the military. And just thinking about like the ins and outs of how firearms work. And you know, really understanding like these are not toys, they're tools. And they're to be treated with respect. But yeah, I'm done. What do you think? That's pretty cool. I'm proud of it. I got definitely more strips on this side than that side, so that's all right. You know, I might go ahead. Well, I don't know what to do. I want to paint it, but then again I don't, because I already did it. I'll just do this. Use some of this tape I took off the other side. No, I shouldn't. I should get fresh tape to ensure it doesn't mess up. And you definitely want to take your bolts out. Like anything you don't want to get paint on, take it out. Do not let it get ruined. And that's Like any internals, yeah, definitely you want to take those out. It's not worth risking fouling up. Unless you're into that sort of thing and you like creating more work for yourself. Or you're the kind of person that knows, like, I'm not going to learn unless I suffer. And hey, there's some people like that. They had to suffer before they learn. Like the kid, like you can tell them all day, like, hey, fire's hot. Fire will burn you. But they won't understand that and they burn themselves. I need to do that. Okay. I think what worked better was painting it red. Put the tape on there. And then painting it black. That's what worked best. Now I am gonna paint this one spot. Let's see. Dang it. I'm a little lost now. I had an idea of what I was gonna do. Dang it, why'd I do that? That's dumb. Dang it, Ben. I thought I had good ideas, but I guess I don't. Is this dry yet? Yeah, it's dry. Yeah, this paint's been drying really fast. I don't know if it's because it's hot out or what. We usually paint here in Oklahoma does not dry fast because it's so freaking humid. I can paint that trigger black. I don't like colored triggers. I mean, I'm sure some people like it, and that's fine. You know, do what you like. I ain't your pappy. I ain't trying to raise you. You ain't my responsibility. But there are some people out there that feel like they're responsible for others and need to tell others what to do. And those people usually get their ass kicked or they become politicians. And it's a damn shame. Like, yeah, America, you have the freedom to do what you want, but you also need to leave other people alone too. It ain't your business. It ain't affecting you. Telling people what they can and can't own. Of course, you can't own people. That's a given. But like, I just thought it was ridiculous. Like the bump stock brace, or the bump stock, yeah, the bump stock, and the type of trigger you can have and all that stuff. Like, dude, leave people alone. They'll make arguments saying, oh, it's uncontrollable. You're not even accurate with it, but somehow it's more lethal because you're more accurate with it. Dang it, I messed up again. I just need to stop messing with it. There we go. Maybe that's the winning ticket there. Probably. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's looking all right. Not too shabby. I'm gonna stop messing with this down here. I'm gonna focus up. Come on. Still lighten this to the black. Hope my wife will get mad that I'm painting on a table, but you know what? This table was already painted on from my son's science project, so I think it'll be all right. Yeah, if you're gonna paint on a table, make sure you clear it with the misses first. I mean, us men need to be able to get our sleep at night. For some reason, they always want to, like, they choose right when it's bedtime to start talking to you about some important stuff. Like, seriously? You couldn't have brought this up earlier? You waited till it's bedtime. When my head hits this pillow, it's time to yap. But, you know, they're wired that way. All we can do is love them. Because I'm pretty sure we ain't the ideal the ideal roommate either, so yeah. Is that, I don't know if that's on the screen or not. Sorry, my back was killing me. And I like to make like points. You can kind of, well, orient it in a way where it's like offset. But again, to each his own. And I would say like smaller stripes where it's gonna be like thinner spots, like on this down here. I don't want it to look like candy cane striping either, so I'm gonna have to rough this up some. Or maybe I do want candy cane. No, I don't. That's dumb. But it's dumb to me. It might not be dumb to you, and that would be kind of interesting. Like, you use it in a self-defense or home defense scenario. Like, the bad guy, dude, you got shot by a candy cane. If he survives. Yeah. The only time I don't see, like, if I have to use deadly force, I don't see it being to protect myself, but others. And we need to end gun-free zones, because, you know, criminals don't like to follow the law, the rules. They're not big on that, I hear. Hence why they're criminals. That's why it's their go-to target, because they know people in there are not going to have means to protect themselves. There might be one courtesy officer per school. They need to let teachers carry. My mom is a teacher, and like, the teacher is already going to be willing to lay down her life to protect those kids already. Why not provide her with the tools to actually make her sacrifice not in vain? That's just my take on it. And I mean, there needs to not be any gun laws to begin with. Criminals don't follow gun laws anyways, and you're just preventing the law-abiding citizen necessary means to protect themselves and others. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see here. I think these might be too thin. I don't know. We'll find out when it comes time to take it off. Alright, let's hit it with this. I think on this back plate, I'm just gonna wrap the whole thing. Yeah, don't be scared to try your hand at painting your gun. Because like I said, if you mess up, you think it's just total trash, Ben gave horrible advice on how to paint my gun, then just repaint it black. If anything, you're just adding protective layers to it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. In fact, it'll probably protect it. Especially if you live somewhere humid. There's a lot of oxygen and stuff that'll cause rusting. Then it'll probably be the best thing you can do for your gun. Would be to paint it. I think. That's my thoughts on it. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, just rip it up. Do little designs. And if you're real good with your ripping and the tearing, what you could do is maybe, I don't know, I need some red on this side. What you could do is little designs. I don't know what kind of designs you could do, but you could do them. And if you have excess like what I'm doing here, that'd probably help taking the paint or taking the tape off. When it comes time, and for some reason the ceramic paint, the high temp ceramic paint, dries really fast. I like that. I like it a lot. Because nothing sucks more than watching paint dry, I hear. Well, I guess watching grass grow, that's pretty painful as well. Let me help it along. I might have to turn a light on, the sun's going down. Let's see. Is that better? That's probably better. And even before I knew it, the sun was going down. So yeah, what I recommend is doing, and I thought about doing blue, like an ice. I got white and blue. Do something like that with, dang it. Yeah, you can, there's all sorts of stuff you can do with paint. And doing like layer stuff will really make it pop. The color, what's it called? The color contrast Like some colors just pop better against others. Like you got purple and green. Those complement themselves really well. Blue and orange. Let me see. Yeah, purple and green, blue and orange. And then like you got your white will make a lot of stuff pop. Just adding some white or silver accent to it. But my worry is, it should be all right. Yeah, it's a good idea to leave some tab type on the tape where you can easily peel it off. Some of these I'm probably gonna have to scrape off. Dang it. Yeah, like on the other side I did the black first and then the red. So it was like red with black stripes, and then the other side was black with red stripes. And it kind of like transitions along the back, which is pretty cool. Also, I thought about doing like a patriotic red, white, and blue, where it would be red on one side, blue on the other, and then white along the lower. And that'd be kind of cool. I need to put some red on this side. And also, like, it don't have to be perfect, especially, well, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but it'll actually give it the sunburst look, having it fade, having the shading. And you can also practice on your magazines. Like I painted this one all black, this one's all red. I might need to do some of those too. I might do the white and blue on this one or this one. That'd be cool. Doing a white and blue. Alright, let's see here. And I guess whenever, like, say you're doing red stripes and you're putting the tape on it to close it off, if it's a little, the paint is just a little damp, like the base paint that you're gonna be doing, the stripe, if it's a little bit damp, then that might help the tape adhere a little bit better if you don't have very good tape on hand. Because some tape just does not like to stay, especially when it's on a smooth, clean surface. You're like, hey, you should be sticking, and it's not. And you're thinking like, when did I fail you? You were the chosen one. So yeah, I definitely would not skimp on the tape that you choose. That's gonna play a huge role in how well this will turn out. Let's see. Okay, I've got it going like that. Dang it, get off there. And if you're worried about, doing your first or second time painting on a gun, use your old magazines. Practice on that. Or your gun case. Or even stuff that's not a gun. Just practice on the table. Or some wood or whatever. Practice makes perfect, I hear. So yeah. And if you get really good, maybe your buddies will be like, hey, you want to paint mine? I'll give you $10 and covered materials. You say, yeah, you know, I could use $10. So that's what you do. You make $10, do some tape and painting. It's super simple. And you'd be like, well, hey, how about you give me $20? I'll do it, and I'll teach you how to do it yourself too. So it's a win-win. You make $20 and you also, they learn how to do it. Or they could just watch this video and save themselves some money. But, you know, I mean, I'm under the mindset, you know, there's no reason we can't all benefit. There's enough success out there for everyone. You don't need to tear somebody else down to get ahead. If you're doing that, then you are wrong. And if you do get successful going that route, that success is not going to last, because it's going to bite you in the ass. Because other people are going to be out to get you just like you're out to get others. And if somebody else did you wrong, don't repay them with wrongdoing either. I know it's you hear turn the other cheek all the time, but honestly, that probably is the best thing to do. Because when you repay evil with kindness, it might not be immediate, but it definitely has an effect on people. Just think about when you were a kid, and like, if you made fun of somebody, it's gonna stick with you. Like, man, I wish I could go back and apologize. Like, that was so messed up. And all you did was make that person stronger. Struggle builds character. Oh, dang it. There we go. Hey, that looks pretty good. It's kind of tedious. I think they have stencils and stuff that you could get for this. But you know what? It's not as fun. And this way you can be like, I did that. That's my handiwork. Almost done. Yes. If you've been watching this video this whole time, thank you. You're awesome. Because I wanted about to give up. But you're a trooper. Stick until the end. Oh, you probably can't even see what I'm doing down here anyways. I'm sorry. So yeah, paint this red. Get your tape. Make little designs, what have you. Orient them into a way. I'm sweating on it. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good one right there, where it's like it comes to a point. Here's another one. It's pretty good. Yeah. Like that. Dang it, my sweat's messing with it. Because it's hot. I mean, if you got really good painter's tape, a little bit of sweat, it's not going to mess with too bad. But I think you got the gist of it. So we're gonna go over it with some black. And everything that's covered up should still be red. I'll just do this real quick so you can see another example. All right, now let's take this tape off. Now, I say just do a light misting. You don't need a lot to get the color on. You're just after the color. You're not trying to soak it. It's not too bad. I could have done better back here, but it's all right. I'm tired. Let's do this. Show you. Yeah, look at that. That's what you want right there.